Hey y'all, my name is Tova and I'm a ceramicist, clay instructor. Welcome, welcome back if you're new here. And I'm coming back to you following up on a recent video where I made a glaze combo plate with a whole bunch of different glazes. And actually, I just wanted to figure out what are these exact glazes. So let's do that right now. Let's sit down and analyze every single color that we painted. Okay, let's figure out how we're going to say this. I'm going to start with indicating what the columns are, and then I will get to the rows, and then I will kind of like do a side-by-side sort of thing. So to start, this first column is Toasted Sage by Amico. The second column is Norse Blue, Dusty Blue by Georgie's, Raspberry Mist by Mako, Cinnabar, and then Norse Blue, Seaweed, Oatmeal, Honey Flex, Blue Hydrangea, Micro Cerulean, and Micro Jade. Okay, so let's figure this out. Okay, so this one is actually Norse Blue I did Toasted Sage on the top, Norse Blue with Seaweed. It's all right. Norse Blue with Oatmeal on top. It's like a light blue color with hints of yellow tint to it. This is Norse Blue with Honey Flux. I like how the color is gradually getting lighter. This one feels more like a sky kind of greenish blue. Okay, so this is Norse Blue with Blue Hydrangea. And it's definitely like a lavender blue with yellow speckles in it. Can you see that? I'll try to get as close as I can. And then final one, which I really like, and it kind of, you could see that it does run. It's Norse Blue with Micro Cerulean on top. And that blur is actually a sparkle bursting from that Micro Cerulean. So I think that would come out really cool, and I would definitely want to try that more. Okay, so now that we got to this row, I'm going to just come back really quick. Or this column right here is Toasted Sage. So this is actually Toasted Sage with oatmeal on top. I don't know if it's even worth zooming in because it's so small. This is Toasted Sage with oatmeal. It's a nice kind of rusty color. Toasted Sage with Honey Flux. So it brings out more of the browns here. Toasted Sage with Blue Hydrangea on the top. All right, now we are on the middle column. Okay, so right at the top, I just left it as the Dusty Blue so you can see where we start from, and then as we add a glaze combo. So Dusty Blue, and then this is Dusty Blue with Norse Blue on the top. So it stays matte, and actually most of these, until we get to the Blue Hydrangea, stay matte at Dusty Blue, which Dusty Blue is very much a matte glaze, but it's just interesting to see if some matte glazes, when you add another glaze like a Honey Flux or Sangria on top, it maybe will run or it will become glossy, but that is not the case here. So most of the Dusty Blues stay matte. Dusty Blue with Seaweed, I like that rusty color. Dusty Blue with Oatmeal doesn't really turn out well. It kind of looks like it could potentially pinhole or crater. Dusty Blue with Honey Flux. This is like a nice kind of neutral-ish green-gray. And then Dusty Blue with Blue Hydrangea. Blue Hydrangea is just doing its own thing here, staying true to what it wants to be. And then Dusty Blue with Micro Cerulean, which is actually surprising, and okay, don't know what to do with that. And I actually think it kind of comes out cool. It's a bit of a dusty color, but the micro pearls in the cerulean don't pop out at all in this. And then the final one I had down here was the Dusty Blue with Micro Jade. And it also kind of does something funky, but not enough. I know this is really hard, but this was just more for fun and decoration. And I don't know if you saw the last video where I created this glaze combo plate, but this was also inspired by a friend who started making a really large plate um, and just passing along this like fun idea to friends and different art community people who are also trying to create their own glaze combo. So yes, if you have a few glazes, it doesn't have to be like a whole bunch. It could be one or two, or it could be like 20. Take one of your best pieces and do the same sort of technique and make a beautiful pattern with your glaze combos. Okay, let's get to that final, or the second to final column. All right, so this is raspberry mist with Norse blue on the top. Pretty much stays the raspberry mist, but turned a little bit darker. This is, which I really, really love, and I definitely want to test this out in a larger format. Raspberry mist with seaweed on the top. Isn't that so cool? Let me just kind of get it at different angles so you can see what's happening. Let's move on. Raspberry mist with oatmeal. Okay, nothing much changed. Raspberry mist with honey flux kind of brings out some sort of purplish glow. Definitely will try that. Raspberry mist with blue hydrangea. So you still see the speckles of the blue hydrangea, but the raspberry mist is pretty prominent and stays true to color. And then the raspberry mist with micro cerulean. And you can see a burst trying to do something there, but not as much. And then finally, raspberry mist with micro jade, so tiny. Oh wait, let me just tell you really quick. This is nutmeg underneath with oatmeal on the top, and then nutmeg with honey flux, which looks really cool. Okay, last column, cinnabar. So I did it here. Cinnabar with Norse blue, doesn't do anything. Honestly, I'm not really a big fan of cinnabar, but I wanted to give it a shot. Like, what would happen if I did glaze combos to it? Because maybe I would appreciate it a bit more. And I mean, this one's interesting. Cinnabar with oatmeal just made it a bit more rusty. Cinnabar with honey flux, and then cinnabar with blue hydrangea. That's where blue hydrangea dies. And then cinnabar with microcerulean. Okay, so that's the plate. Thanks for playing along with me on this one. Watching this video. I'll see you soon.